Hi folks, and welcome back to some more Ultimate General Civil War. Now, as we talked about at the end of the last video, I've been finding this campaign a little easy with this mod on standard difficulty level, and unfortunately I can't change the difficulty mid-campaign. We'd have to start again. So I'm thinking of winding up this campaign after the next 3 battles, ending in the Fredericksburg battle, assuming that we win as greatly as we did in the previous one. So we'll see how it goes. So we've got 3 battles coming up in the series, and then don't worry, that's not the end of our Civil War goodness on the channel, because I'm planning on starting a campaign of Grand Tactician, which is an amazing, well, I think it's pretty amazing for what they've done with it. Grand strategy. It's like a cross between, I guess, Hearts of Iron, Total War in the American Civil War, where you've got a lot more control of the economy and the whole scale of the map. So I'll be putting you guys in as commanders, not just units, but actual commanders in there, and we'll follow your career. But more on that to come. So today we're going to fight the Battle of Corinth on the 3rd of October, 1862. And we're going to alternate the corps a little bit for this. So we're going to put 2nd Corps in today's assault, 1st Corps into the battle at Prairie Grove in the next assault, and then everyone will come together for the big battle at Fredericksburg. So this is the clash at Corinth. Our army is deploying to attack the Yankees north of Corinth. We need to seize this town and critical junction in northern Mississippi and disrupt Federal lines of communication. You'll lead the attack on the Federals' exposed left flank. Their position at Memphis Road is exposed, leaving a significant gap near their center. If you move swiftly, you can crush them before the Yankees send reinforcements. Swift sounds good, and actually 2nd Corps are the guys for that job. They move a bit faster, and they've got the cavalry. No, they don't. They should. I'm sure the 2nd Corps has the cavalry division. It's not showing up in here. Oh, yes, it is. It's 4. Sorry, I'm reading it wrong. Yeah, there they go. All right, so we won't get all of them in, but let's jump in and see what we have to fight today. Yankees have deployed their left flank at Memphis Road, leaving a significant gap in their center. Let's act swiftly. Okay, that's it. We're straight in. So let's see who we've got. The game has given us some cavalry. In fact, it's given us the entire cavalry division. So do you think we should go for a very swift attack and try and take this? We can dash the cavalry down quite fast. It's currently being held, and then we can bring up the infantry afterwards. We've got, yeah, let's do this. So we should be pretty quick with things. They're all fairly fresh brigades as well. So we're going to have the cavalry. I suggest we put the cavalry in on one flank and try and rush down there, and the infantry can follow in on this other one. By the way, the Welsh Fusiliers are now armed with a good British rifle. No, they're not. Sorry, I forgot to do that. I think I ran out of money. I was going to give the Welsh Fusiliers the 1853 Enfield. I obviously didn't get around to that. But yeah, we've got a lot more quality armaments now within the army. And I think the only thing holding us back is money. Although because we're so well armed, I think that's probably why we're winning so many battles. The AI is not quite as solid as I thought. At the start of the campaign, it did seem fairly tough, but as we've progressed and played, it doesn't feel quite so tough now. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the cavalry down here, and we're going to move the melee cavalry, the 1st Hart Sabres, in behind as well. Let's also get some sharpshooters down here, and as we're going to try and push for an attack, so I'm going to double time those guys in. And I don't know if this is such a great idea, but we're going to try and... It said to move fast, so I'm going to move fast, and then we just bring the artillery right down the middle on the assumption that there's going to be nothing down there facing us, which might be completely wrong. Let's also get some skirmishers out to clear the woods if we can. 3 should do for now. Well, for this little project anyway. Let's put them in there. And Munford's sharpshooters with the 1856 Enfield, that should be quite good. And let's get some skirmishers out on this side and send those guys ahead just to spot and scout and everything else. Looks like they've got some serious earthworks going on in there. That's good to know. There's nothing at this side. This side looks open. So let's get some guys down there. And action. Oh, also, where's my general? There he is. There's Lee. Forwards we go. Now let's hope that we don't simply just run into a massive pile of Union skirmishers. Okay, so there we go. Oh, shit. Right. We've found the Union Army. This rapid attack, I don't think is going to be quite what the doctor ordered. Everyone dismount and skirmish like your lives depended on it, because in truth, they do. And let's get some skirmishers out here. Right, we're going to go a little bit slower whilst we keep an eye on this process. You know, we're going to send you guys down there and get into some close range. Who fired? Who fired? Come on, chaps. You're supposed to be dismounting now. There we go. That's what we want. Advance. The skirmishers at least are out in the open there, so that's excellent. No, come on, come on. Dismount. The order is given. I did boost Taliaferros up quite a lot. I think we had a lot of spare soldiers and carbines to assign to that. These chaps are refusing to get off their horses. Nope. They're just taking so long that by the time I give the order, they're actually remounting back up. Okay, that's a surprise. That's an unpleasant surprise. That's likely to go very badly for us. We've been outflanked. This does not look like the great success that I was hoping it was going to be, does it? This really does not. Come on, let's get the skirmishers in at least. They've got some forces on this side, but it's perhaps not a huge lot. I think the idea of doing a rapid advance was a bad one. Right, let's get some artillery over just here, behind the woods, because we just need you guys deployed. Come on, it's okay. This might be going wrong, but we're bringing reinforcements. We're going to rally these guys, and then we're going to charge into the back of this cavalry, which I think is about to... the Welsh Fusiliers are in position. That's good. That's good. Come on, through there, capture them. Excellent. And charge. Rowett's men will then instantly, having instantly rallied, will start firing on them. Everything focus, all firepower on that superstar destroyer of a brigade coming through the middle there. Holy crap. But the Heart Sabres are in. They are routing the enemy cavalry. Then this could be a major victory for us here. These guys are routing, falling back. That's okay. The cornbread cannons. Please tell me yes. Oh, 24-pounder howitzers. These should shred these chaps here. Absolutely shred them. We've got some prisoners up here, which is excellent. Keep on it. You can surrender and leave the battle now. Come on, this isn't optional here. I'll try and get Rowett's men back in there. This has gone kind of weird. I'm not going to deny. Okay, do we bring 3 brigades up? That's the question, and fight against whatever that is. I would rather these lot. Oh, it's time to mount up and charge. Get them, boys. I should have waited for the to be fully mounted for that, because they're not going in. Fair enough, there's a delay, but I've triggered the charge order now, and I don't think they're gonna. Come on, come on. No, it's okay. I think they're away. I don't think I want to charge in from that angle anyway now. Meanwhile, up there, the 1st Heart Sabres are busy butchering what's left of the Union cavalry. No, so that very quickly kind of fell apart. We'll order them into position, and we shall just dismount. Alright, so we've got quite the fight going on around here. The idea of a rapid attack was all well and good in theory. What we need to do is bring the Rowley Rifles over like this. And Lucet's brigade, apologies if I've got the name wrong there. That's I'm going on my best guess. Can we get folks in here? I believe we possibly can. Let's see if we can get some skirmishers slightly forwards into some cover. And these guys, we do need to bring some artillery up. We've got 12-pounder Whitworths there. Right, there's another brigade coming out over there. Let's move this cavalry up. Ace Sultan, 12-pounder howitzers. Let's move these guys up to the edge of this. And then we've got a big artillery with 12-pounder Napoleons. So you guys need to You guys need to get where you can be most effective. You're not getting many kills over there. I'm going to bring them around the wood, actually. So we're doing badly over here. There's another brigade coming in. I have nothing to really do much about it. I'm going to go and hide the cavalry in the woods and let them have a rest. Right, that's all well and good. That's all well and good. We are knocking away this Union brigade down here. By my spreading out the battle line, I've actually left myself in a weakened position. Do you know what? The cavalry doesn't need to... The artillery, sorry, doesn't need to be down there. Let's bring it through the woods. It'll take a while to get there. It's fine. I'm holding 3 brigades back because I need to see a weakness in the enemy line before we send these guys in. Yeah, make sure you can actually shoot that. You're armed with the carbine. Can you get into the trees, by the way? Because, like, extra cover would make such a difference here. Now, we are hidden. The enemy has strength in depth. I can't do a surgical strike without getting shot up by enemy brigades. So, for now, we are going to just take position. There we go. Cavalry's coming up. Sorry, artillery's coming up. Getting my branches of the army mixed up today. It doesn't bode well when the assault goes in, does it? Skirmishers have tried to advance. I think we go with this. No, you stay there. I've clicked the wrong one. Hang on. There we go. There we go. No more double timing though. Not yet. We're going to try and put some firepower onto this guy. And then we may need to just advance this brigade and start chasing other things off. I could really do with some way of getting some more damage out here. I mean, the artillery's getting involved, which is good. Taliaferros. Oh, you guys. I'm going to bring them in like this. Have the skirmishers sodded off? Can we just get in a bit closer? I don't know if these skirmishers are sodded off. No, they're still there. They're just hidden. That's fine. Keep some firepower up on those. Let's mount those guys up. I'll move this over towards the artillery. We do have a good, strong force of artillery, but unfortunately, struggling to get it in a position where we can concentrate its firepower. Which one are we going to go with here? We're going to go on that one. And that one. And then I think what we do is we bring this brigade out and we put these skirmishers forwards and these skirmishers forwards, and we try and just focus some fire if we can. These guys, they're doing some kills, but they're not doing anything too special. There we go. Right, you need to come down from up here. Or I try and outflank those skirmishers, but I don't think that's the way to do it. So let's bring them down. More Sharp's carbine. A decent weapon. Nothing spectacular, but it doesn't need to be. Right, we've advanced these guys in. There's an extra brigade popped up here, which is not what we wanted to see. I am going to just rush these in here. Double time them in. And I'm going to send the skirmishers onto that flank. We have a lot of skirmishers in the middle, which are not effectively doing an awful lot. They're blocked? No, they're not. What the hell's going on there? We could bring you guys out of the woods, I think. We're not taking advantage of one of our great positions here. And those skirmishers are doing absolutely nothing, so they can return to base. Okay, these have fled, which is excellent news. Let me see if I can bring some more dismounted cavalry down. We're going to have to try and just break this down a bit more steadily. There's still a very strong defense in depth here. I'm wondering how I'm going to break this. But having said that, we are making progress, so that's good. Let's get these skirmishers onto that guy. Come on. I can't select them. Click, click, click. Come on, boys. Can't seem to get them in there. There we go. Oh, something is there. We just can't see it. Right, the artillery, which is sort of lining up a bit. Bring them closer. I don't really want to charge across the open plain here, but I mean it makes sense to at this point. Hang on, we'll do it. We'll do it a bit more like that, I think. Come on, just get into the woods. Tell you what, everyone fire on the same target. That would be most appreciated. And at some point, I will charge the cavalry in like madmen again. How are we doing on this side? This attack has stopped because we've got presumably skirmishers in the way. I would assume. We'll just have to put some firepower in that direction until we can break something. Right then. Focus all firepower on that brigade there. This might break here. This is going good. The cavalry is now doing a good job across here. Let's move them down and engage that brigade at the back there. Nice. And let's bring some artillery up where it's to be better used into the open. And we've got some long range. Now these guys do have long range guns, which is very good. Actually, we can just pivot and use them like that. I'm going to try the surgical strike here. We don't want to charge into that brigade, so that's very important. But you guys all need to focus fire on there. And actually, we can get some firepower on the flank coming in. And I'm going to just knock out this brigade of this detachment of skirmishers. So we're going to go in, destroy them, fall back quickly. Bring up General Lee, make sure we've got the support that we need over here. We've got the skirmishers. I think we're about to take... Oh, these guys are routing. Okay, that's fine. They can't hold off. And fall back. Perfect. Well, ish. It did the job. Oh, God, there's more cavalry coming. You guys, halt. Form a line in the woods. Everything open fire on that cavalry. Good God, we weren't expecting this. Just hold it there, hold it there. No, they've gone in and fired their weapons. That's good. We're going to just trade shots. That's what we're going to do. Meanwhile, I'm going to bring some artillery up. Good. They're not going to win that engagement. That's going to go in our favour. There's only the Delaware Fighting Blue Hens which are doing really well, but they are specialists in this type of warfare. Okay, this is looking good. This is looking very good. Risk a charge. Let's risk a charge. Those guys are routing. Hang on, let's make sure we've got skirmishers firing off here. Turn those in that direction. Advance a bit. And what we really need are some expert sharpshooters to get some nice flanking fire on here. I'm going to bring the cavalry down a bit now. Here they come again. Make sure the artillery's moving up. I think if we've broken this position, this is very good. Okay, this is good. Right, just halt. Halt. Hold. Stop. And just open fire. This allows this brigade to then come up and then get some proper flanking fire on. So we're now driving things off over here, which is excellent. Where's the victory point? And we can push some more brigades towards these over here, and then our flanking firepower from the top is starting to tell. Alright, it looked a bit ropey, but I think we are starting to push things in now. Conditions good for these guys. We can run a little bit. Everyone open fire on this brigade, and then we're going to put the cavalry sneaking around the side here. I actually want to fire on that guy. We should have... Brilliant. So one brigade can easily hold that. We can put some skirmishers on the side. I need to keep a bit of an eye on them. Let's get you into the woods, the Jackdaw rifles, and bring you down here as well. And let's just put some skirmishers out there to fill that gap a little bit. Alright, the attack is developing. I'm going to progress forwards into some better positions of protection here. I need to deal with those cannons, actually. Those cannons are a problem. That is a very heavy defense right there. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Pull the cavalry back. They're beaten. Oh, we might need to... There's cannons, that's the problem. Fall back. We're going to come in from this side. Make sure that artillery stops those horsemen in their tracks. Otherwise, this is going to go very badly wrong. That's a very big melee cavalry brigade coming in there. Can we get the volley off? Okay, that stopped them. That was... Oh my god, that was a brutal... The dangers of cavalry, you see. It's very effective when it works, but it can go wrong very, very quickly. Right, these guys are out of ammunition, so I'm going to pull them back. We're going to put the wagon over here. And we're going to get these guys back. I don't need to attack over there. I need to attack here. The center. That's what we need to get. But I need to break that. You guys, they're in some cover. I'm going to try and move them forward to 6th Georgia Infantry. And we've got some more skirmishers there. You may as well rejoin your unit. And let's get the battery opening fire on that mass of men over there. Some major casualties have occurred over here, unfortunately. My cavalry's done a fantastic job of pushing down through this. Let's get them further in. And let's bring in some sharpshooters who can do a great job. Now then, these guys, just stop there. Just turn around. They're refueling, so to speak. I don't think they're going to get in somehow. They've gone from confident to steady to wavering. They're actually in there, which I didn't want, to routing. Good. Routed. And surrendered. Perfect. Get off the battlefield. You guys can go. 2 brigades down here threatening that flank, which doesn't give me anything solid to push with in the middle. We're trying to destroy this. Let's bring the skirmishers up a little bit further. I feel like I can't really push into the face of these cannons, which is an issue. They're just out of range. Well, they're not out of range, but they're out of effective range. Yep, cavalry came in and rapidly went back again. What I can do is form a line like that. Let's just draw that a bit better. Oh, it's odd that they went that way, but never mind. You're still refueling. I need to get you guys into the fight here. So I'm going to come around like that. And let's redeploy like that. Here comes the horsemen again. Not sure what it is they think they've seen. You guys are heading off the battlefield, that's okay. Right, some 12-pound Napoleons. Let's bring them up a little bit. We're going to inch our artillery forward like this. Dare I do this? Yeah, let's bring them up. I want to try and get these. They won't get into canister range. Alright, so far so good. It wasn't the attack rapidly and overwhelm them before the enemy get reinforcements that I was told it was going to be. But that's fine. Let's bring the cavalry, just edge them down. Just edge them down. I'm going to wait for these guys to get into position. You should be very slowly refueling from this, which I'm surprised. But anyway, that's fine. So we will put the armaments just behind to make sure that they can fill up. I'm hoping we're knocking some enemy guns out with the long-range cannons up here. Oh, we are nearly in canister range, actually. Does that count? I don't think it does. But these guys are going to break. And that's okay. That's the Union Center. And we're just holding these guys off in the woods. We just need to distract them, so that's absolutely fine. You can get in there, though. You absolutely should get in there as well. Let's run them in. The jackdaw rifles. Excellent stuff. So, can I advance the sharpshooters? That would be brilliant if we could. Let's advance the cavalry down like this. Keep this coming up. And I'm going to bring... There's something there to deal with, unfortunately. But let's try and knock out this brigade at the end. Actually, quickly switch. There's some pesky cavalry coming back up the middle. Our guys are falling back. They're eager, they're confident. They've stopped. They're steady. They're going back. They're going back, yes, as well they should. We've driven some skirmishers off. It's okay, we've still got time to do this. We're playing on slow speed, which we kind of need to be for this. Right, at this point, I think these skirmishers are no longer adding a huge benefit over there. So I'm going to bring them in to assist, just keeping those brigades tied down. And this does allow us now, I believe, to advance across this cornfield. Wouldn't it be awesome in the graphics if the corn got flattened and trampled? I mean, that would be a bit more effort, but it would look really cool. Did I not? No, I ordered the artillery forward. God damn, that was a mistake. That was my bad. Let's advance the artillery to there. And it was, I thought that didn't look like quite the correct line for this, but that's okay. Let's bring them down. Very good. So it looks like we managed to get a successful fight going on up there. Let's bring the... We've got another line to attack here. Now this is where it's going to get somewhat scary. But we've driven the skirmishers off. So at this point, I think we can advance our cavalrymen. Yeah, let's start nobbling. We've got sharpshooters going against the enemy battery now. That can be a very effective way of knocking out artillery. So what we need are cavalrymen on this flank, and let's bring these guys down. Hopefully the enemy don't have strength in depth anymore down here. This doesn't feel like it's getting any closer, does it? Okay, to the edge of the woods, please. We need to just expand a little bit further out. And the enemy has a ton of skirmishers down there. Right, do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to dispatch these guys with a cavalry charge. This is risky now. We're going into the woods. It's a big group of skirmishers. Let's try and keep those occupied as we go in. Lucay's brigade commander, Colonel Angel Henry, is killed. That's not good news. Oh, we need to go and... Alright, we're going to engage the enemy artillery here. We're going to go forwards and just knock them out. That's the plan. Meanwhile, the cavalry in the woods is doing its job. Cavalry in woods is traditionally in games not the way to use cavalry, but if it's working, it's working. I'm not going to complain. So it's time to fall back, I think. The other white guys have routed. They're busy chewing these guys up, but I need to get away from this brigade here, which is now wavering because it's getting shot in the arse. Quite rightly so as well. And now it's turning round. And that's fine. And the cavalry's through to the rear. Let's go around the back and see if we can find some weak skirmishers to chew up over there. Oh, God. Here comes some more bloody cavalry through there. we need to move this side slightly. Bring the line up here, because we need to attack this objective. And there's that being a problem. Let's get right down on this flank down here and cause some real grief for these guys over here. There's a brigade down there. There's 2 brigades down there. At least we've seen them. But that's not good. Into the woods, chaps. Get some cover. Taliaferro's men, which isn't the way to pronounce that. Taliaferro? Right on the flank over here. These guys are going to waver and break. I feel it in my bones. You move forward, and we are still trying to knock out enemy guns as best we can. Probably a tough ask from that sort of distance. We could focus fire some artillery onto that brigade there and just try and weaken it enough. There's no subtlety to this fight. This is just a full-on brutal frontal attack, and it's costly. And I think ammunition over this side is probably going to be a bit lacking at the moment. We're going to go out to meet them. Oh, they fired in our faces. Did they mean to do that? Are they going to lead us into a brigade? Is it a trap? I can't charge, but we've caught them. I just need to be ready on the fall back here. Wavering. These guys are starting to respond. I need to be careful. Flanked, broken. It's okay, they're gone. This cavalry's gone. We never need to worry about that ever again. I'm going to bring the supplies down here and keep up with the skirmish cavalry as it goes. And it is time to bring that artillery forwards now, because it's not achieving anything back there. We've managed to put some firepower into an enemy battery and drive it off, which is good news. We can reach to the back rank of there, but I question whether that's worth it. Right, forwards with the sharpshooters. The cavalry has attained success over here. Into the woods with these guys, who have half a supply of ammunition. And we've got artillery here. I'm going to try and knock out an enemy battery, because that is a problem. Let's see, can I get a... You are shooting. Let me see if I can advance a little bit. So what I actually really need to do is get on a flank like that, and then we can have a bit more effect. I see my objective there, and I see the enemy in front of me. I'm torn between trying to soften up the enemy artillery. Oh yeah, watch out for this, by the way. Okay, at this point, what we're going to do is drive my skirmish cavalry through the woods, and that's going to be a flanking force. We're going to put the regular sharpshooters in the bottom end of this wood for some cover. The Welsh Fusiliers are taking some awful punishment there, but we're going to redirect our firepower onto that brigade, which we're going to advance with. And I think what we're going to do is a general advance, which is very scary. But let's see if it works. Bloody artillery. The enemy have got some strong stuff dug in over there. I can't believe these guys aren't breaking with the amount of punishment we're inflicting down there. Jackdaw Rifles Brigade Commander Colonel Dwight Mersey is wounded. Well, I guess if I've just stepped off to go for an assault, that's probably quite a likely result, eh? Right, that's okay. The Delaware Blue Hens, we need to come through here. You guys have... Rowett's brigade has lost an awful lot. And there's a full brigade of enemy infantry coming down here. Baldwin's brigade. Okay, if I can get behind them, we'll try and just to keep them occupied with some cavalry up there. Right, they're breaking. They're great. That's great. So from that point, we should be able to then focus firepower on those. The cavalry's just stopped. And we need to target the cannons and chase those off. At which point we can hopefully then make some progress. Very tough fight in the centre. Part of me wants to just order a charge in here, because it will chase those off, but it's just going to drag me into a fight with those. But I think it's the right thing to do. Right, we've got cavalry down here. Apart from the possibility of threatening it, this is such a strong position. Move in. Move into those woods. Bring that down. And bring some artillery up a little bit closer. We had a charge in the woods. Did we go in? I think we're good there. Which allows me to use two detachments of skirmishers to come and pester over this side. So that's what we're going to do. I don't want to go charging into that. That's broken. Excellent. Just turn around. And the whole objective is just to keep these guys occupied now, while we can turn our attention inwards. Got to keep an eye on the time. Let's bring these two over to the edge of the woods, where they can shoot out. Welsh Fusiliers taking far too much punishment there. We've just advanced everyone up, and now we're getting blasted in the face with enemy canister. And I think I need to order that down the line here, because supplies over here are a bit of a problem. Let's bring some artillery up like this, get it right behind the infantry. We are nearly on the line. We have the time to do this, and I think we're going to be able to push through. This is good. We've got skirmishers now flanking fire into this brigade. Sears surrendered. Hang on, that's one of each. That suggests there's one of each. Who surrendered? Sears surrendered. Was that one of ours? I don't see, and those notifications have gone. I don't see who that was. And I don't see that we're missing anything. Unless it was some skirmishers that I've missed somewhere. Yeah, I'm a little bit concerned about that. I'm not quite sure what that's all about. This is good stuff, though. Right, let's draw that line like that. Move those guys in. No, don't do that. This is okay. Well, I don't see anyone that's surrendered, so I'm not quite sure. I feel like I've missed something possibly important there. I need to watch that those guys... They've taken so much damage. Right, it's getting a bit crowded in there, so that's when we go around the edge and we come back over here. And we just bring our regular sharpshooters down. There's a charge in the middle. Rowley rifles have seen them off quite nicely. Considering that this flank of cavalry and skirmishers and sharpshooters has caused so much problems for the guys down here, I'm quite happy with the way that's gone. It's gone better than I expected, let's say that. These are warmed up and heroic, and these are wavering. That indicates to me that we should go in with a charge. The Lorenz rifle's pretty good in melee. Confederates secured the farm. Good. Then we just have to hold the farm and we should be good. Keep going forwards through the trees. They're wavering. Crocker's wavering. There's a load of angry rebels. I wish I could zoom in a bit further. I'd love to see this fight. If everyone's involved, it's possible I could try it. No, I want to do the surgical strike, but I'll get hit by that, so I'm going to bring the cavalry down. We're going to scout the back of the woods and see if we can capture some supplies down there. It seems like a better use of our abilities, I would say. Right, let's get the Welsh Fusiliers forward, because I would like to shoot into the flank of that. Oh, let's bring these guys down. They're not doing anything at the moment. Make sure General Lee moves up. I think there's some artillery in there somewhere. So we've got them. Those guys are on the run. That's brilliant. Keep your eye on that. That sounds like some cavalry charging that I don't want to know about. It is. Okay, let's get out of the woods. There's a brigade in there as well. There's always an enemy brigade, isn't there? First Heart Sabres have once again done quite a good job here. Right, let's move in on the double. Like that. Got to keep an eye. I think there's stuff down there. Excellent. We've got these guys. Let's see. I'm just going to order them to move up there. They want to actually move fairly close behind our line, otherwise there's a risk these skirmishers will come and capture them. But at that point, let us advance through the woods like this, and I guess we will just carry on shooting the skirmishers down there. I was kind of hoping to draw some cavalry out of the woods there, but it hasn't worked. Nice. You guys get up close. Ammunition is now starting to be a little bit low. I think they're going to break, aren't they? And we bring the Delaware Blue Hens over. They're nice and freshly supplied. So we've got the farm, which is good. We just need to hold it. I'd say it's been a slightly tougher fight than the last one, this. Let's speed time up a bit now. We're in control of things, so that's better. Skirmishers, very tired skirmishers, have found the enemy. Let's advance like this. There's a fairly hefty Union contingent out there, and I don't feel like I want to take any more casualties than is strictly necessary. I don't feel like we can push into this mass of blue soldiers without taking an awful lot of losses. So we're just going to sit back and we're just going to enjoy the show, so to speak, with the artillery. In fact, speaking of artillery, let's move them up. We're keeping an eye. Yeah, we're chasing these skirmishers off. They're very, very evenly matched, these guys. We don't need to chase them, though. Let's just go back here and just face that way. There'll be a flank guard. And at this point, I think we can probably rout these guys off the table. Where they're going to go. My worry is to go that way. Yeah, it's possible. Let's keep them. Let's just guard them up there. Okay, we've found a full brigade over there. We're firing into its flank now, so that's good. And in this situation, that's not good. Let's just fall back. Out of range. We don't need to be part of that. Ammunition is too low. You fall back as well. Rowett's done his job. He's taken far too many casualties. So sitting there. It's time for the Welsh Fusiliers to step up again. They've taken some severe punishment, actually. Let's get these guys into the woods. There's no point sitting back there taking firepower in the face. We might as well get into the better protection areas. And the cornbread cannons come up to the farmhouse. So we're in a fairly solid position. They're falling back. My cavalry's looking a little bit ropey here. We can escape up there, so we'll be okay. Juan's Royal Guard doing quite well on this flank. And yeah, I think we're good. Let's speed up to full. I think we're going to... I'm not going to try and assault, but we are going to stay in the defences and just shoot stuff that comes at us. And just do some nice work with our artillery where we can. You may as well get right up to the front. Those sharpshooters. Move them down a little bit. 4 minutes. We're not gonna try any suicide charges. You guys are maybe taking too many casualties there, but it's over. It's fine. The Battle of Corinth was a victory. So we were outnumbered in infantry and cavalry, and very evenly matched in guns. So that was good. We inflicted casualties at over 2-to-1, probably close to 3-to-1 when we consider the enemy missing and cavalry casualties. But that was a tighter fight. It wasn't an easy one, but it wasn't particularly hard either. It was a bit better balanced. Let's have a look at the goods. This is always the good bit. This is the loot. This is what I really like. What do we get? So we captured some 1861 Springfields, which are nice rifles. And some 24-pound howitzers. Good stuff. They are hard to come by. And we rescued some of the other stuff. So nothing amazing in there. Nothing amazing, but let's see what we can redo with the army now. We're loads of recruits. Capturing soldiers is not anything special anymore because we've got so many recruits. So medicine's good for our veterans and economy is good. Should we go for economy? Get a bit more discount because it's money that we're always short of. It's always the money. It's about time to up the army organisation as well, though. We could have huge infantry brigades going in here, which is probably going to be too big. We get 5 brigades, but that doesn't change. Or we get 4 corps, which is nice. So we might do that with the next one. Yeah, go on. I'll take that now, actually. And we go back to the army. We can have a 4th corps. So at some point, we will create that. And we have the men, but we don't have the guns. So, but we'll put that in now. And if we wanted to, we could have huge brigade sizes. But as the enemy armies scale anyway, it's kind of pointless doing that. It's just better, I think, to have more corps and divisions in the field. So we'll spend that one now. Then it's ready. We might be able to make use of those guys at Fredericksburg. So 2nd Corps. Do we have any upgrades? We don't have any upgrades. That's a shame, isn't it? It's always nice to get upgrades. Let's replenish the Welsh Fusiliers with our 3,000 veterans. So we can afford to put some in there. It's a little bit expensive. But I think those guys earned it, and they're very close to earning their 2nd star as well. The sharpshooters, they didn't lose so many. Oh, we can go huge, though, on this now. We don't lose an awful lot of experience. It's a big clump of sharpshooters. Yeah, let's click apply on that. The artillery. Do you know what? If we've got them in stock, and we can do this, we can go up to 30. That's insane. That's a monstrous... But you know what? They earned it. So 30 24-pounder howitzers. That is massive. The sabres obviously did their job. We can't afford... No, I mean, I'd love to have a huge cavalry brigade like that, but it's insane. I'm going to put some veterans in to keep the quality up. We're going to put them at 7... We'll go 740. I've got to watch the cash that I'm spending here. It's disappearing very fast. We'll go up to 24 guns there because we need to spread these around a bit. And sadly, there's no more 12-pounder Whitworths. And I can't get any from the reputation shop either. So they're going to have to be... they're going to have to make do with that. And there's none of these in the shop, so we're using all the cannons that we can. Jackdaw's battery. They at least can have some more. I'm going to use veterans for that. There we go. That's fine. So who needs some serious reinforcements? Oh, the cavalry is kind of... You guys got kind of screwed, didn't you? That's a lot. We'll go up to 500, and then we'll put the rest in as rookies, up to 600. Oh, you guys definitely need veterans because this is... Yeah, we can't... We'll try and keep it about 600. I'm spending all my money. Taliaferro got reinforcements before, so you don't need any for a little while. So they're good. We'll leave you as you are. Let's see, who else needs... The Rowley Rifles took a bit of a pasting. Do we have some better weapons? I'm not saying the Lorens aren't very good. There's some Springfield 1861s in the armory. Let's equip those. We might find we have a shortage of those later on. And also, we're going to run out of money if I train everyone up as veterans, so we're just going to have to boost numbers. The good old-fashioned way with raw recruits. It'll keep the game a bit more challenging as well, which is kind of nice. But we don't like to lose stars of experience by doing that, so that's kind of the rules that we play to. Second chord looking okay at the moment. I'm going to have to be careful with these 61s. I'm not going to have many more. Plenty of Mississippis, though, which are still fine weapons. I'm going to keep everything under 2,000. Yes, they're good. Flying pickets. These guys never got in, sadly. And that's us done. We'll just have a quick look over First Corps. I think I got all these replenished after the last battle. The Dodgers. We don't have any more of those weapons, so I can't do there. And I don't think there's any exciting weapons in the shops whatsoever. So that's a real shame. But we can spend a few more here. So let's put some more. Oh. Ooh, no, that's going to be veteran. Otherwise, we're going to lose that. These are quite an experienced outfit here. B's battery. There's no more 12-pounder Napoleons. We're all out of those. We do have some... Oh, look at this. These are so close to 3 stars. I'm not doing it. No, we're going to get a 3-star artillery battery. I'm going to get that from the next fight. We're going to keep that. First Delaware. Unless I change some of these around. Oh, you guys, we did get some more 12-pounder Blakeleys from the reputation shop. So, using veterans are good for artillery because they don't use as many. Can we go up to 8? Do you know what? Let's go up to 30 because no one else is using Blakeleys. We don't have enough to equip a second battery. So that's very good. Everyone else there is looking pretty tight and tidy. So another great fight done there. That was a bit of a harder slog. We'll see what the fight at Prairie Grove goes like. And then we'll look forward to Fredericksburg, which should be an easier fight for the Confederacy anyway. But it's going to be a big battle. And then we'll assess there whether we continue with the campaign. Let me know your thoughts in the comments as always. And if you're looking forward to Grand Tactician Civil War, let me know. And we're going to look at the commander designer. We can put individual commanders in there. But I need to look up whether we can only do it at the very start of a campaign. In which case, I'll need to know all of your guys' details and who you want to command right before we get started. Or whether we can add them in mid-campaign, because that's going to be fun. So leave me some ideas down below for now. But there'll be another video coming on that in the near future. So thanks again, folks. And of course, I will catch you on the next one.